Diaz Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Double up, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Here's another one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I said the double, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Can I take a double scoop ice cream? Buy up, double scoop. It's the double up, gente. You guys already know what it is. Ba-da-ba-ba and all that, right? Look at the thumbnail. You see it, right? What you see is 3 individuals on that thumbnail. You know, 3 real ones. I'm not going to deny it. See, before I know a vato, before I see someone's intentions, I can't speak on the man's name. Disrespect him, clown him, drag him through the mud. See, I'm not going to do all that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to you raw and real, doggy, right? On power or on correct in this instance, right? So the other day I interviewed Milk 74, Leche. You know what I mean? We call him Leche around these parts, you know, real raza stand up. You know, I had something to say about the man and his wording when it came to the word paisa, and that I felt was derogatory, and he cleaned that up and he cleared that up. And he stood on his own too as a real man and jumped up on my video, you know, right in the video scope and said, hey, Gun, that's not the way it was. We did an interview and that's what it was pertaining to. Now, along the lines of the interview, a lot of different issues came up. I asked the man a lot of questions. That's what I do. I ask questions to get answers. Answers that the people want to hear. You know, I don't know about what other people think, but I know for a fact, Lech is a very popular person here on the YouTube and in the YouTube community. He's someone that people aspire to bring on their platform because he does numbers, but at the same time, you know, he's always displayed the characteristics to me of a real one. Now, I don't know his situation in LA. I don't know where that vato's from, actually. I don't know if he's actually been to the streets that they say he's been to. But I take a man at face value and I treat him with respect. If he says 7.4 Hoover and it took him 7.4 gigawatts to get there, well, then it's 7.4 Hoover on his. And he's grooving, right? I don't know the man's backstory, so I can't speak on that. But I know there's other individuals in the YouTube world that do, or that have some type of beef with him. You know, he talked about Crip Mac. On 55th Street, he talked about Crip Mac, right? Now, I've always respected C-Mac as well. I've always thought his characteristics and what he displays have been righteous, but at the same time, funny. Not funny style. I didn't laugh at him. I say I laughed with him. Now, I understand that there's another individual out here on YouTube, ODM Slim, who happens to have strong affiliations with Crip Mac, and righteously so. You know, to what degree of relationship they have, the highest, the medium, I don't know. One thing I can say is the wind's blowing in their camp, and they definitely are doing numbers and doing their thing. And I respect that. See, it ain't all about numbers, that's it. It's about being real. It's about being a man. It's about standing on your own too and establishing your platform and what you believe in for what you believe in. Now, when it comes to gang banging and all that, we've all been there. See, we've all done that. At some point in time, if you're anyone that's holding merit or about your thing here on YouTube, you've been through the motions. Okay, it's not all about that anymore. I guess to some people, maybe it is. Maybe that's what floats their boat. Maybe that's what sinks their battleship. I don't know, but at the same time, in the meantime, in between time, it's definitely not what I'm dwelling on. See, I'm in the lab 24/7, but I'm not dwelling on gang banging and being and acting like I'm a part of something that I'm totally not. You know, Gunner, you're a dropout, you're a punk. I could be whatever you want me to be, man. You know what I mean? I could be whatever your old lady wants me to be as well. You know, let's just say that at the same time, I'm not here for the disrespect, but I'm not going to take it lightly. Now, this guy, ODM Slim, I've watched his podcast from time to time and respects to him. Let me say that first and foremost, because I like it. You know, I like some of the things and some of the principles he stands on and he believes in. Now, you got to understand, ODM, and I'm speaking straight to you because I know you're going to watch this. It's going to get dropped off in your lap at some point in time. I respect where you come from, the history of your people. You know, black and brown on minds. I've always said it, bro. Even the woods, brother. You know what I mean? I show love to everybody. At the same time, speaking to you man to man, I took discomfort and I took distaste in some of the words that came out of your mouth the other day. And we're going to get to that right now because that's what I do. I could have tapped in and reached out to you personally, you know, but I didn't know how to go along them lines of doing that. So I'm just going to do it like this. And if at any reason you feel that you want to reach out to me personally, we have a mutual acquaintance, young thugga, man, that could put us in correspondence with each other. So that way we can figure it all out. Most definitely behind the scenes. But as far as right here publicly on YouTube, oh, I got some things to say. Okay. I respect your peoples. I respect your hood. I respect the principles you stand on. I respect the Crips. But what I don't respect is you disrespecting me, not knowing the characteristic and the mannerisms that I display. See, you're under the assumption that you could talk about Mexican politics. Okay? I don't speak on black politics. Okay? See, there's a thin line between love and shade. You know, I don't sit here and say, hey, the Crips rock this way or the Sangres rock that way, or I don't agree with this and I don't agree with that, because who am I to agree or disagree? See, I don't play with black politics because guess what? That's it. The last time I looked, besides the tinta, the shirt and the hat I'm wearing and my big ass pipa, which it seems black at times, it's not black. I'm not black, right? I'm brown. You know, I'm a Mexican. Now, we're all on Earth. We're all from the same planet. We all got the same blood coursing through our veins, right? The activities and the non-activities and the gangbang and who's active and who's a DO and who's a PC and who's that. It seems like the people that like to speak on that the most are the people that don't know what the hell they're talking about, right? One thing I've always learned when I was laced up by some real gente, by some real OGs, black and brown, was you don't get involved in the next man's politics. You don't get involved in the people on the other side of the yard's placements in politics. You don't worry about what they got going on, Holmes. You know, remind your own or your own will remind you, is what I've learned. And the other day you did a live, and I don't know if you were confused on the fact that I brought Milk on to clear up basically and apologize for what he said about the raza, to which he did that. Now, I'm not trying to belittle the man, Milk74, and say that he apologized or he did anything that was wrong, but it was taken basically out of context, and he made sure that the people felt his reasoning behind why he said what he said. Now, whatever your guys' issues are, I say, are not my issues. See, if you don't like him because he's from a certain hood that you say he's not from, but he says he's from, but you hate him because he's from there, but he really isn't, I don't know. You know, and vice versa. If he doesn't like you for one reason or another because you fly drones and stuff, I don't know. But one thing I know is for sure was there's no disrespect intended on my part towards you or your homeboy C-Mac. Oh, 50-50 there wasn't, cuz. Right? There's definitely no intentional hatred. But, big button and smile. Who said that? Belby DeBow said that 3 times fast. I said, Esperanza. Right? I'm going to get to it when I say this, homeboy. You don't know me and I don't know you. And I know you probably don't care because you feel compelled to involve politics and gangbanging into a conversation that doesn't involve gangbanging in politics. You called me a PC case and a DO, and you were mad at me because Milk74 jumped on my platform and said what he said it. Filled it up with unleaded. He had a few dollars. Now trip out on this. I see where you're coming from. Now it's time for you to understand where I'm coming from. You might not see me, but I'm sure you hear and can feel me. When I say this, my politics are nothing like your politics. See, the politics I come from, let me give you a brief. The wind's blowing? Is the wind blowing? Guard! I said, is the wind blowing? Okay, the wind is blowing. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a brief glimpse into the politics of a norteño. Okay? They're treacherous and dangerous. Okay? They're like no others on the earth. Okay? To be a norteño rocking in Northern California within them prison walls is one of the roughest and hardest things you could ever do. Until you experience the politics that are placed upon the people of the Northern raza, then you would never understand. Now, I know a little bit about a lot of it. Okay? Southern politics for the brown people as well are very treacherous and dangerous. I'm not belittling anyone. We rock. You know, Mexicans rock. Now, the brothers, on the other hand, also rock. But it's a little bit of a different rockalization. See, I've been on yards. 3 yards, 4 yards. And I've done time with real righteous brothers from the 60s, from the Treys, the O's, Rich Rollin', the Hoovers, Watts, Grape Street Watts, you know, Bounty Hunter Bloods, on Powell Road, Denver Lanes, Compton, you know, brothers, man, real ones, well-known ones, Chinaman, you know, Madman, you know, Babyface, you know, JJ from Baby Low Crip. You know, I've just done some time, Snoop from Hoover. Real ones, H-Bone from Hoover. You know, Tiny Madman from the 60s. You know, the list can go on and on and on and on. I'm mentioning these names not to throw them out there other than to say I've rocked with real ones. And it's always been love. It's always been respect. Now I understand you feel compelled to throw out there, hey, he's a DO, Gunner's a JCAT, he's a this, he's a that. How do we know you're not? How do we know it's none of our business to know at what form and fashion you're rocking right now? If you're embraced by your homeboys or not. See, I don't care about them prison politics and what you think I am and what you believe because you read some stuff on the internet or you've listened to some trolls troll me. At the end of the day, I don't have to convince you of nothing because I don't know you. But I will say this, Mr. ODM Slim, for facts, you need to not concern yourself with Mexican politics. If I bring someone on my channel, it's merely to voice his opinion. See, real ones recognize real ones. You don't have to gangbang and be active in the streets to be a real one. See, I didn't forget how to squeeze. I didn't forget how to sneeze. What I never forgot how to do was be real. And I'm going to continue to be that. Now, I understand that you feel that you can speak on Mexican politics and you can say, oh, use a PC case. Having never been knowing what yards I frequented or where I've been. See, you don't know me like that, bro. And I'm not going to sit here and try to bang on you saying you don't want to know me like that because I definitely would like to get to know you. Because, see, I know a lot of your homeboys that are real. And I know a lot of righteous, real black brothers, man, that rock in a fashion. So we're going to keep it like that. One thing I will say to you, and I would appreciate highly, is keep my name out your labias, your lips, your mouth, if you don't have nothing righteous to say. I've never once disrespected you, and I ain't going to start now, but I definitely ain't going to take your shit, homeboy. Right? Now, when you say I'm a PC case and I'm a punk and I'm this and I'm that or whatever it is that you said, I didn't watch it. I heard it. It was brought to my plate. I reiterated the fact that I have no disrespect towards you. I told the little homie, reach out to this man and let him know, homes, we rocks like that. I'm going to keep it cool with Milk because Milk keeps it cool with me. I'm going to keep it cool with C-Mac because I'm 50-50, cuz. We've had a conversation and he's kept it cool with me. Now I'm going to keep it cool with you even though you haven't. See, we started out on the wrong note. And that's cool. Not everyone agrees. We could agree to disagree. But just because you don't like a man because of his long braids or whatever fever for his flavor that he has, don't involve me in your treacherous tactics of slanderization because I don't get down like that. See, I'm going to keep it real, make a video on it and let you know. I don't know you like that, bro. I don't know where you're from, if you're active, if you're not active. You can say anything you want. This is YouTube. It's all make-believe most of the time. So you can tell everyone and convince everyone that you're really from this or that. And I have no bearings or knowings. But one thing I will never do is deny the fact. If you say that's what you is and how you rock, well then, brother, that's what you say on credit. Right? But one thing I will say is I never proclaimed or portrayed to try to be an active Norteño. See, everyone that rocks with me knows that at one point in time I was here with my career, right? And I got pushed back. I got pushed out. Why? Not because I was a punk, a PC case, a rat, a poop butt. I told on people. I did all that because that never happened. Oh, I just happened to beat up another Norteño. Spencer on la tira. I see different politics, brother. Ain't you see the reasonings how our politics are a little bit different? See, the brothers are allowed to fight. The brothers are allowed to get off and catch that one-on-one fade. See, we're not, or we weren't back in my days. If you had a difference or a matter of opinion because you felt some type of way and you decided to take flight on a homie, well, guess what? Now you're no good, in the eyes of that beholder. But in the eyes of the real world, man, I'm just another brother that chose to get off where he was mad at, black and brown. Remember, that's how we rock. So, I wanted to make this little video to basically let it be known, bro, that you spoke on my name and disrespected me at a very high level without knowing facts. You also spoke on my name and tried to get penitentiary with it when we're not in the penitentiary. And you try to speak on Mexican politics as a black man, and they don't involve you. Whatever the Crippen is doing, when the Crippen is doing the Crippen, well, then I guess the Crippen will be doing the Crippen. And I have nothing to say about it because it's not my politics. And even if I knew what was up, and most of the time I do, because people tap in real ones. See, I mess with a lot of real Crips about the South Central, all that area, right? They get at me. In fact, I'm waiting till 12 o'clock and I'm going to be talking to a very well-known Crip from the 60s at 12. Spencer like this. It's just the way it works out, huh? That everyone knows. Now, I will say this. I respect you, bro. I'm not here to belittle or talk cagada. That means shit. I'm not here to do that, chorro, or none of that. What I am here to do, man, in a real righteous fashion, is let it be known, bro, that I took offense to what you said. I'm not asking for an apology. And you could make a video and say, man, I ain't got to give this PC case nothing, But you don't know what it is, man, to be a brown man and go through our politics. See, the politics are uncomparable. You know that. If you've been locked up, incarcerated, you know, like I know, the brothers rock hard, you know, and you best believe this. The brothers is strong, but the SA's the deepest, right? And it has no bearing on, you know, because Mexicans are deeper on certain yards or blacks are deeper on certain yards, that makes people harder because you are as hard as you hit. You hit hard, right? Shout out to the homeboy. You know who I'm talking about, man, real ones. One thing I will say is this, and it's facts. At the end of the day, we're all the same, brother. Whether you think you're active or you're not active, none of that matters to me. What does matter to me the mostest, bro, is that we treat others with respect. Like I said, if you have an issue with Milk, that's something you need to take up with him, bro. That's something that you've been taking up with him and you're going to continue to take up with him. You know, when he goes on certain platforms, bro, we're not doing it because we're slighting or slandering you. We're doing it, man, because, ¿sabes qué? It just happened to come up on the agenda or the calendar that day. You know, if you would have reached out or if someone would have reached out to you and you would have been like, hey, man, I'm willing to fuck with you, man, I'm going to do whatever, then, hey, my arms are open for the embracement and say, what's happening, right? But if not, I understand. So if you want to continue the narrative and rock that I'm a punk, I'm a piece of case, I'm a sucker, whatever, man, that's fine. That's fine and dandy. That's up to you. Just be aware, man, that I ain't going to take it without swinging back. And that's just how it is nowadays. You know, I've been quiet long enough. I'm definitely going to voice my opinion right here on YouTube because I feel I got a big enough platform to do so. I got a lot of people that rock with me. There's a lot of people that rock with you. Why not rock together, brother? Instead of rock, you know, why not? We rock on the same side of the yard anyways. I know you like to say, well, you're non-active. You're non-active. I am non-active. But guess what? I'm active in my children's lives. I'm active in my community. I'm active. My wallet's active and it functions, right? And guess what? I'm active with the tortas. So I'm going to continue to be active, homes. But I'm not going to be active in the gang life because it's not my life anymore. It doesn't mean I'm not going to speak on my past and the people I know because I'm going to continue to do what I does because on Crip, and ain't no one gonna stop me. So the next time that you have my name in your mouth, Holmes, put some respect on it, like the Birdman. If not, then we could go somewhere different with it. We could take it to a whole different level, and we could talk behind the scenes and arrange that. And I'm not talking about fighting. I'm not talking about flighting. I'm not talking about who riding. I'm talking about conversation with a real one. This is the gun. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get every single damn thing that you want in life that you're entitled to. ODM! I'm talking to you, ODM Slim. I hope you get everything that you want to achieve in life, brother, because you're worthy of that. Respects. Remember, I do it in a respectful fashion, not with a passion for action, but with a passion for being real. You know what it is. You know, I ain't got nothing to say about you because I don't know you. So I got to come correct. And you don't know me, so you definitely better come correct. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive to struggle for what I honestly and really and truly believe in. And that's being as real as it gets. See, I don't do all that rah, rah, ha, ha, lickety, la, la, blah, blah. You know what I mean? What I do, homeboy, is be brown, stay brown, righteously brown, walk with the black brothers and the woods, brother. And at the end of the day, I'm going to get my papers. Oh, yes, I am. Orderly, shout out to Milk74. Shout out to ODM Slim. Shout out to the Crip Bag on 50th Street. And shout out to all the real ones watching this that know exactly what I'm talking about. And to the fake haters, and even you, ODM Slim, if you choose to not be compelled by this missive that I put out, you know what I mean? It still respects. This is the gun. Bang, bang.